Hello, this is Tucker from the Math and Physics Resource Center at SVSU, and in this video we're going to go over some more subtracting rational expression examples. So just like the adding examples, there's also problems that you'll come across with quadratics in the bottom. So just like adding them, we're going to have to factor out the denominators and figure out which of those factors to carry over to the other term. So if we want to factor this one out, remember we need two factors of -2 that add up to be +1. So for -2, the factors, once again, since the middle is positive, the bigger number will be positive in the factor set. So 2 and -1. So we're going to just add those together, and that'll be 1. So we can factor that out into these two numbers. So we get x minus 1 and x plus 2. And then we'll factor this one out. So the factors of 4 that add up to 4, we got 1 and 4, and 2 and 2. 1 and 4 is 5, so not that one. 2 and 2, though, is 4, so we'll pick those. So we're going to keep that minus in between them, and then our other term will be 1 over x plus 2 times x plus 2. You could rewrite this as x plus 2 squared, but just for simplicity, I'm going to leave it like that. So if we compare these two terms, you can see that they both share an x plus 2, but this one has an extra x plus 2, and this one has an x minus 1. So if we want to make them the same, we'll have to multiply this side by x plus 2 over x plus 2, and this side by x minus 1 over x minus 1. So now we'll just multiply across on the top and bottom. We get x plus 2 over x minus 1 times x plus 2 times x plus 2. And then we'll multiply across here. We get x minus 1 over that whole denominator once again. X plus 2. There we go. And now that we're past the factoring and the combining stage, or rather the least common denominator stage, we can combine these two terms into an x plus 2 squared. So I'll just move everything down. Minus x minus 1 over x minus 1 over x plus 2 squared, and then x minus 1 x plus 2 squared. So now that the denominators are the same, we can subtract across here and combine like terms. So we've got x minus x, which ends up being 0, and then positive 2 minus a -1, so we'll have a 3 on top only, and that denominator stays, x plus 2 squared. So for this example, this will be our final answer. You'll just want to pay attention to the x's here that cancel each other out when we subtract them, and just make sure that we're not adding them on accident.